Am I the a-hole for refusing to change my relationship with my stepbrother and not giving him access to my house or gaming setup? My parents divorced when I, a 20-year-old man, was 7. My mom remarried when I was 10, and her husband's son, my stepbrother, was 8. He and I got along badly from the start. He didn't like that I could do things he couldn't, like walk to the store on my own because it was right down the block from Mom's house, or that I was allowed to go to friends' houses after school when I was with my dad. He was jealous about the gaming setup I had at Dad's house too, but that was my mom's fault. He even knew about it. She tried to force my dad to invite him over sometimes so he could play with me, and she and her husband could have a date night. We fought a lot, and in the run-up to the wedding, we argued about being called brothers and having to stand next to each other during the wedding. They tried to force us into poses for pre-wedding photos, and we refused. He even bit me during the shoot, and then I refused to take more photos with him. Our relationship got worse, and he would annoy me by complaining about things, so I rubbed in all the things I had that he didn't or could do that he couldn't do. My mom begged me at the time to please treat him like a little brother and just try to be nicer and let stuff go. She said it was important because we'd always be family, even if we hated it. He tried to befriend me once when we were like 13 and 11. He wanted access to the good stuff, but I didn't buy it, and he let out himself because he mentioned being invited to my dad's house like 10 times while playing nice. My dad passed away when I was 16, and my stepbrother mocked me because he'd get to play that stuff now since, of course, dad's stuff would be going to mom and his dad's house. Only, my grandparents kept it at dad's house and watched over the house until I turned 18 and could move in. That's exactly what I did. My dad left everything to me, including his house, and we didn't sell it so I could live in it once I graduated, which I now do. My mom wanted me to let my stepbrother move in so he could have some independence while going to the college he got into nearby. I said no and told mom she would not change my mind and she could not pay me to live with him again. She complained that I was doing nothing to improve the relationship, and I replied that I don't need to. That I will never want to improve my relationship with him because, to me, he's not family or a friend. Then he reached out and told me he was sorry for being a jerk in the past and wanted to know if he could come over and play games sometime. He said he saw my collection online and was jealous of all the stuff I have and would love the chance to play games he never could before or that he hasn't played in years. He offered to bring snacks. I said no. My mom found out he had reached out and asked me, and she told me she was ashamed of me rejecting him so finally like that. She said it would be no big deal to let him play some dumb games. She said after all the gloating I did about that stuff in my teens, the least I could do is try to work on things now and share with him. I told her no, and I would not discuss it more. She said I'm older than he is, and I'm pretending I'm so mature while really I'm acting like a kid still and refusing to accept apologies and work on repairing relationships. She said it was not how any adult should behave. Am I the a-hole? Not the a-hole. Your mom is failing to see, or refusing to see, that the only reason he is even making the effort is that you have something cool that he wants access to. The only thing you owe to your mom at this point is to be civil when you have to be together for family events. I'd tell mom she should be ashamed she raised such an immature, greedy, and manipulative stepson. But since she is also immature, greedy, and manipulative, it's no surprise. It's not about reconnecting, it's about getting his hands on your stuff. If the original poster had a broken PS2 and a beanbag, we wouldn't even be here. It's frustrating when a parent prioritizes their new family and tries to force a bond with the step-parent and stepchildren at the expense of their own child's happiness and well-being. I say this as a stepmother who loves my stepkids dearly. I was fortunate to have 2 wonderful little humans in my life, but the fact that the stepbrother made the original poster's life difficult, even mocking them when their dad passed away, and the mother continues to advocate for the stepbrother's entitled and immature behavior despite the original poster expressing their boundaries over the years, is truly mind-blowing. The original poster might have been able to get over some of the things their stepbrother did, but mocking someone for losing a parent is unforgivable. Honestly, it depends on the culture or country. In some places, women are directly or indirectly forced to marry and integrate stepchildren. This contrasts with the West, where women have more choices, but it's not a universal experience. You'd think that between your mom, stepdad, and your 18-year-old stepbrother, they could have saved for a console over the last 12 years. Exactly. Additionally, the mom needs to stay out of it. He's 20. She needs to stop telling him to be friends with his stepbrother. She's ashamed of your behavior? No, Mom, I'm ashamed of the way you allowed your stepson to bully me for years and just told me to endure it. I'm ashamed of the fact that you prioritized your own wants and the wants of your husband and his son over the needs of your actual son. Enjoy having that stepson living with you and his father for many years to come, Mom, because he will probably never be successful and leave your home. At least he'll still be there to take care of you when you're old, because I won't. This is why Mom's so upset. You are not the a-hole. Just flat out tell her no. If she doesn't drop it, you'll need to give her a contact timeout. Also, why haven't you blocked him yet? I have. He didn't use his phone to reach out. Sure, Mom. Once you've made up for forcing me to live in a house where I was bullied and mocked for my dad's passing, I'll do what you want. Until then, don't call and stick to the people who were your first choice. Stand your ground. He doesn't want a relationship with you. He wants access to your property. I know your mom cares about him, but she didn't care enough to stop his behavior when you were younger. She didn't care to stop him when he mocked your father's passing. At any time, his own father could have bought him video games, but he didn't. He is not your problem, not your circus, not your monkeys. If your mother doesn't like it, that sounds like a her problem, not yours. Yep, my mom might not want to see it, but if he wanted a relationship for real, he'd reach out and want to meet up somewhere, or he'd make an effort the next time he actually saw me, instead of trying to get an invite to my stuff. Tell your mom you're an adult now and explain that you don't want to associate with him. Let her know that if she continues with this behavior, you will go no contact with her. This approach should make her reconsider if she values maintaining a relationship with you. I really dislike it when parents try to force step-sibling relationships. Sometimes being blunt is necessary. And do not give your mom a key to your house. You're not the a-hole. Sorry, but your mom is being unrealistic if she expects you to invite your stepbrother into your house. He was difficult to live with when you were in the same house, and I doubt he has changed. He said he saw your collection online, was jealous of all the stuff you have, and would love the chance to play games he never could before. He might either try to take your belongings or damage them so that you couldn't use them. You are not obligated to have any kind of relationship with him. Period. I had a similar thought. He might turn on me the second I wanted him to leave. The possibilities are endless. Plus, you don't simply get over 10 years of hating each other as if it never happened. Your mom didn't act like a mature adult from the time they got married, or she wouldn't have kept pushing. You have no obligations to befriend anyone, especially someone who was the bane of your existence. Block him on all social media. He can't envy what he doesn't know exists. Maybe consider blocking your mother too. You are not the a-hole. You are not the a-hole. Your mom fostered jealousy in your stepbrother. Her constant pressure for you to share your dad and the things he provided reinforced your stepbrother's belief that he was entitled to your belongings and your dad's resources. Even after you moved out, she tried to force your stepbrother into your home. It's sad that your mom poisoned the relationship you both might have developed if she had raised you to respect each other's boundaries and privacy. Instead, she scapegoated you and taught your stepbrother to do the same. Your dad left you a lifeline out of that house of manipulation, invalidation, and mistreatment. Your mom still has the child she favored, although she emotionally manipulated and damaged him too. That damage isn't yours to heal. You've got plenty of your own issues to process, understand, and heal from living with them. I smell something sinister going on. You both have made it obvious you don't like each other, and he has been jealous of you having things in the past. Now you're supposed to believe that he just wants to come over and play your games out of nowhere? Yeah, right. How about he makes an actual attempt at repairing the relationship first that doesn't involve your belongings to make it believable instead of expecting you to just hand over your things for his enjoyment? He probably wanted to come over to destroy your things. I guarantee the second he got through that door, either your stuff would get messed up or go missing. You would complain, he'd go crying to your mother playing the victim, and you would be the bad guy. There is no way in the world he has good intentions after the way he has been acting, and he has given you absolutely no reason to ever risk that. Let him make some friends or get a job if he wants the same setup. You are not his backup plan. You are not the a-hole. They're trying to convince him to let his stepbrother move in because the house is close to his stepbrother's college. They are probably planning on him paying no rent because of family reasons. You are not the a-hole. You should tell your mother to leave you alone. Neither she nor the other person deserves to be in your life. Only when you receive a genuine apology from her, acknowledging her poor behavior over the past 8 years, should you even consider her requests. It is crucial that this time it results in actual change, and not just another manipulation tactic.